Hello, my name's Phil Wyatt and I'm basically here to give a recommendation for Andy Shaw's two books that he's brought out and written. One's called Creating a Bug-Free Mind, quite a thick book, loads of stuff in it, and the other one is Using a Bug-Free Mind, quite a thick book as well. Right, they're the two books I've bought. They're the two books I've been looking at recently, and I often ask myself the question, why did I buy the books in the first place? And the main reason is because, old cliche maybe, but since 1980 I've been looking at self-development, self-improvement, and I've been reading books as far back as 1980. Joe Carbo, for instance, A Lazy Man's Way to Riches, Tony Robbins, done a course of his, and Think and Grow Rich, Talk and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Secret, anything basically I can use to try and help me. And one thing I have noticed over the years that even though they've been quite interesting reads, they've basically gone on the shelf and I've never really ever done anything with them because I've never really been inspired enough. Well, I've had the correct mindset to want to actually go any further with them. But these books from Andy Shaw have kind of like changed all that. What happened was I bought a book on property that he wrote because I was interested in property back in '07, and by applying what was in that book I basically made about £30,000 on property over a space of 6 months, which was like quite amazing because I'd never done anything like that before. So when he bought these two books out, I thought I've got to read them, because at 51 years old I'm thinking this could be my last chance to actually find something that might work, you know, to basically better myself, because everything else had failed. So I thought, right, I'll give this my last shot. So I went on the website, and on the website you can read the first five chapters of the book free of charge. You can download them, and they kind of inspire you, and they did me anyway, to buy the books. And so I bought the books, they arrived, and I haven't looked back since, to be honest with you. They've totally changed my life. And I don't know, it's just like, you read the books, and then when you read the first book, you start reading the second book, and you realise you haven't really read the book, and it kind of like inspires you to want to go back and read it again. And when you read it again, you actually study it, and you start thinking about what it's trying to teach you. And this is the clue. This is what changes your life, by actually reading it, then studying it, and then applying it. And this is all, by the way, very pleasurable, and it's very easy. The writing is very simple, but it does make you use your brain. It makes you use your mind, which is what it's all about, because at the end of the day you've got to change your mindset. Otherwise nothing changes, because you know, everything comes from the thought from your head, and your whole life is designed by what you think. And so a pleasurable read, an easy study, and Andy seems to make things sound so simple, even though you've been going through your whole life trying to work out, you know, what it's all about. And so what have these books actually given me? You know, what have they done for me so far? Well, where do I start? It could be quite a long list, this, but let me think of the main things. There's loads of others as well, but first of all, let me think. It's made me feel grateful for everything I've got, and for everyone I know, and all my materialistic items I've got around me. I'm very appreciative of everything I own, and it just makes you think, yeah, life isn't as bad as what you think it is. It removes all the baggage that you're carrying around with you, you know, like resentment. It removes all your resentment for anyone or any situation in the past, for instance. You kind of like, it teaches you to, and it does work, to forgive anyone that's ever done you any harm in the past, which most people have got problems like that, and they can rear their ugly heads without even realising it, you know, in your present day. So you get rid of all this resentment and all this these bad feelings you've got for other people or other situations you've had in the past, they all just go, they just disappear, and that's really easy. That's an easy part of it. In fact, it's all easy. But let me go on. Other things it's made me do. It's released all my stress from my life. I don't get stressed anymore like I used to. It's released all the need for me to argue. I never argue anymore because you just learn that it's totally pointless. I'm never anxious anymore. I used to be quite an anxious person. I used to suffer from anxiety. That is totally been relieved. One of the greatest things it does is it stops you ever worrying about anything ever again, which is like totally amazing when you think about it, because everyone's got worries, but I haven't, not anymore. It builds your confidence up to such a level that you get the feeling you can do anything in your life. I mean, I'm doing this recording now. I've never done one of these before in my life because I'm always normally quite a shy person, but here I am doing it, you know, and it feels so natural. I might not be coming over natural, but that's the way it feels to me. Anyway, what else does it do for you? It gives you an amazing amount of self-confidence, which is another thing going forward that you're going to need when you want to get onto the second book. Because in the second book, he then teaches you how to work out what it is you actually want in your life, because not many people actually realise what they actually want. And if you don't know what you want or what you desire in life, how the hell are you supposed to get there? So that's a good eye-opener. And once you know what you want, he then teaches you how to get it, how to reach your desires and all your goals in life. But it's so easy, and that's the difference to all these other goal-setting books I've ever read. The process is totally different, and yet it feels so right, if you know what I mean. And this just inspires you to keep studying what Andy calls the way, because it is a totally different way of life. And the reason it's a different way of life because it's a different way of thinking, because it takes away all the crud you've got in your head, all the negativity you've got in your head. And by doing that and removing all the negativity, you automatically become a positive person. And people love to be around you, people love to talk to you. This is another thing you learn. You learn to listen to people, and your intuition is basically running your life after you've studied the book, rather than your silly little nutter, your ego, or your saboteur that you've got in your head that always stops you from doing the things you know you can do, but too dangerous to go there. You get rid of all that, and you just get so inspired to do everything you've ever wanted to do in your life. And the way it's going for me, I mean, I've been reading these books and studying this since January, and my life has just moved on immeasurably. You would not believe it. If you knew me before 6 months ago, I'm a totally different person, and that's what it's done for me more than anything else. But the main thing I'd like to say to you guys is the main desire that anyone ever wants in the world is to be happy and to feel good. And these books, after you've read them and studied them, they automatically make you feel happy, and you just feel good every moment of the day. You wake up in the morning feeling great. You just can't wait to get out of bed and look forward to the next day. And that is the biggest plus I think that the books have got. So all I can say to you in conclusion is go and order the books. They've got, I think, a 6 month or a year's guarantee on them anyway. You've got nothing to lose whatsoever, and there's so much for you to gain you would not believe. So do yourself a favour, bug-free mind, change your life. You will love it. Thanks very much for listening. All the best. See ya.